Is Andy ready to go again? We're going to... Okay, let's check back in with Andy. He has a great
Rob,
perspective. Go ahead, Andy. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's all right, Rob. We are located south of the body of that fire, and we're just observing at this point. But what we can tell you is that that smoke plume is not as big or as intense as it was maybe even just 10 or 15 minutes ago. I'm going to step out of the shot so you can see what we're looking at. As we kind of zoom close to that Amazon distribution warehouse, you can still see the smoke coming up from that. But we have been watching as that large Type 1 helicopter has been coming and making water drops on this fire, trying to protect homes and businesses that are in this area. And as we mentioned, there are evacuations in place basically south of Proby Parkway, which leads into the airport, and then kind of between Grinnell and Hancock, or in some cases between Powers and Hancock. If you could see on the map that we have right now on the story at KOAA.com. And I don't know if this is the same one, because the state of Colorado has agreed to buy one of these Type 1 helicopters. They can hold up to about 700 gallons of water that they can drop onto a fire, and that was just announced earlier this year. This may be somebody that they have contracted with, but we've been watching the helicopter fly back and forth between the Big Johnson Reservoir to refill, and then come over here and make those water drops on that fire, and at the edge of the fire line to try and protect the homes that are very close to where that fire is burning at this point. We also know that there's been a shelter-in-place ordered at the Colorado Springs Airport. This is affecting some flights coming in and out of the Colorado Springs Airport. You're encouraged to call your airline instead of calling the fire department or the 911 or calling the airport itself. It's better to just contact your airline if you have concerns about your flight. But this is the situation that we are observing here south of the body of the fire, where, like I said, we were located basically at the intersection of Bradley Road and Grinnell Boulevard, and that is looking to the north, where that helicopter is flying up over to the edge of that fire, and then working to make some water drops and protect structures. But it's all those houses to the east of here that are under that evacuation order. And in fact, we're going to zoom the camera out a little bit so that you can see we're getting a lot of the smoke that is coming from the fire in Teller County that Mike was just talking about and Bill was talking about from Cripple Creek. So you're seeing a lot of that same smoke mixing in with the big smoke plume that was coming off of this fire here that is near the Security-Widefield area. And so it's been a pretty smoky and pretty dangerous afternoon out here all around southern Colorado because of the fire danger and the fire conditions out here. And so if you are in this area and you need to evacuate, you want to make sure that you're getting out of that area right now, because it is still not a safe situation to be in. But fortunately, as I said, in the last 15-20 minutes or so, it appears as though that large smoke plume that we saw as we were pulling up to this area, it has subsided a bit, which is it's encouraging news. That doesn't mean the fire's out, because we're still seeing smoke coming off of there, and we're still seeing that helicopter making those water drops. But essentially, it shows that there is some progress that's being made on this fire. And so that's the observations that we've got for you here south of the body of the fire. And with that, we're going to go ahead and send it back to you there in the studio.
All right, Andy, thank you very much. And whenever we have these